children to be good people. Being able to hold and engage in conversation is part of that, and that starts younger than you may think.
At just a few years old, children are starting to form the building blocks for that skill, and we can notice it when we ask them questions. So today we have speech-language pathologist Kayla Nustad joining us from Rendor Pediatric Therapy. Welcome to you, Kayla. So it sounds like it is important to use the WH questions, like what and where, when we talk with our kids. Why is that important?
Yeah, so them being able to answer and participate in that is a huge skill for engaging in conversation. It's a building block to their receptive and expressive language skills, them being able to understand the question and then be able to respond to it. It also allows them to be able to connect information and learn about themselves and the world around them.
That sounds wonderful.
And just what exactly, is it better to use a what, why, and how question over just saying a simple sentence? Like it gives them something to think about?
Yeah, and it's just, again, it's helping those overall language skills, the comprehension of the question, them being able to formulate a response, and just engage in those higher level language skills.
Yeah, I think if I start policing myself, I start realizing so much of what I'm asking is, did you have fun at daycare today? Did you have a snack? And it's just the yes or no that you're looking for back there. So what are different types of questions we could be asking to get a little more out of our kids?
Yeah, so there's who, there's what, there's when, there's wow, and there's how questions. Some kids do really well with visuals, so just making sure that they're understanding the question types. Who equals a person, what equals a thing, when equals time, where is a place, etc. Sometimes providing the visual to help them understand the question type is helpful.
And sometimes too, maybe we overthink a question sometimes, like we're using bigger words than what we may know. How can we break it down for our kids to understand that simple what, why, how question?
Yeah, so providing direct questions and trying not to use too much language within the question. I even find myself doing this, using too many words. I need to remind myself simple is better. And providing opportunities and repetitions within your daily environments. Repetitions, repeating the question multiple times might be needed, and also even just answering and providing the modeled response for them is going to be helpful. Where are we? We're at the grocery store, and just having them comprehend the question and the response.
Right, it kind of goes along with narrating your day along with them, but it helps them track along with you and just building those building blocks. So I think it's important. Sometimes we think of these as just simple questions that we would be using anytime in our day, but for kids, they have to graduate to different stages of this. And I just noticed this with my daughter the other day. She was asking, why is this car taking us to grandma's? And I think what she wanted to say was, how is the car taking us to grandma's? Something like that. I'm like, I don't know how to answer your question. But the point is that we can expect different stages of them using these questions, right? So what's kind of a format that we can look for?
Yeah, so between 2 and 2.5 years old, we expect kids to be able to answer the simple what and where questions. By 3 years old, the simple who, why, where, and how many. How question word is a later developing question, and it takes a little bit more language skills to answer, so that one will come shortly after the others have been developed.
So then as parents, what are some good techniques to begin answering some of these questions? Like you held up a picture there. Do they learn through repetition pictures? What's the way to go?
Yeah, so even just providing within your daily environments, when you're reading a book, modeling the questions, where are they? What kind of animal do you see? But it's also important to remember to give the child opportunities to respond. I said earlier that modeling the response would be good. And if you know that they're not going to be able to answer, that's okay for you to provide that, but giving them the opportunity is also important. Within your daily routines, why are we brushing our teeth? We're brushing our teeth so we don't get cavities. More structured activity that you could do at home is maybe make a chart with 2 different questions, have the simple what and when printing off some pictures and having them match the pictures to the right box.
You know what I think is so exciting about this is that you do see, as you start to have these conversations with your kids, you start to see them catching on to that information that you talk about. Why are we brushing our teeth? And then they'll repeat it to you later. So all of it is so rewarding to have that. Okay, if we have more questions for you guys, Kayla, where do we find Rendor Pediatric Therapy?
Yes, you can find us at our Bismarck, Minot, and Grand Forks locations. You can call or you can find us online.
Fantastic. There's a number right there you can call for all of that. Kayla Nustad from Rendor Pediatric Therapy, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next time. All right, we're taking a short break.
Yep. Stay with us, North Dakota Today. We'll be right back.